All right, everybody. You're going to have a project to do tonight, for Tuesday night. I'm going to just walk through the two assignments here with you. You're looking at your classroom, so you go to classwork, and I moved it up to the top to be a little easier. It's week 14, 6 vertebrates. Week 6 of this term, week 14 of the semester. We are almost done, folks. So day 1, vertebrates, right here. This is probably self-explanatory, but you click on that link. There's this video. It doesn't have a lot of stops and pauses with questions. Instead, I just cut out about a 5-minute segment from this video. Okay, it was 13 minutes long, so minus about 5 or 6 minutes. Anyway, so that it would only focus on vertebrate classification. But nonetheless, I left the introduction there. So these are overview questions, some of which are answered from specific information on the video. Others are, once you have watched the full video, you'll be able to think about and answer them, okay? Not everything may be directly from this video, but most of it is here. So I would watch the video and take a few notes. Of course, if you know the questions you're trying to answer, you can answer them while you watch it. So list 3 things all animals have in common. This is all animals, vertebrates, and invertebrates. And then list 3 things all vertebrates have in common. All right. And then these are specific, again, questions, or general questions coming from the video. Some of these down here, thought questions, you might have to look up a little bit of information, Google it to find out, to form your opinion. Of course, if you just read the first thing you come across, you might be tempted to give simply that website's ideas. Don't copy and paste good ideas in there. I know you can find your own once you understand the material. It's really not too difficult. It's just about animals and what's better than animals. Cute, cuddly, scaly, slimy, everything. So that's all that is. Now, the project is what I want to go over real quick, and that's day 1 vertebrate project. So here, go ahead and click on animal project. The video I'm recording now will be here at this time. So when you click on that, you'll get here. So there's a general instructions. You'll write a 2 to 3 page paper with about 2 to 3 resources, or you'll put together a 7-slide presentation over a native Missouri animal of your choice. This can be from fish to mammals, okay? This is your chance to explore any particular class of vertebrate that you're interested in and select a local native species to highlight, and you'll learn a lot about. So as your primary source of information, you'll visit one of these. Now, if you click on this site here, that's just going to take you right here to the Missouri Department of Conservation. Is a good place to start. You're not limited to this website. You can go anywhere you'd like, but this is just a good springboard or starting board for interesting articles or information on others. I will say that it's more difficult if you choose birds or fish. You'll have to go outside that website probably, although I don't mind you tweaking the assignment a little bit. It'll be a little easier if you pick amphibian, reptile, or mammal. All right. And those are probably the most interesting anyway. I personally am a bird man. Birds and reptiles. Mammals come third, and then amphibians and fish come last. But I like it all. So when you click on these sites, these are a little more specific to them. They come from the same place. So I'll show you here in a few clicks. But you're going to pick one of these to start your exploration. All right, and you have you're going to write a paragraph or a slide for each of the following. Okay, so your title slide should have your name, and then your organism's common name, as you'd probably refer to it, and then a scientific name. I'll show you all these things. And so each of these represents the slide. Where are you going to get all this information? Again, you can get it from the World Wide Web, and you can use this website as your springboard to find your animal. But I will tell you that if you choose one of these, everything you're going to need is in this website. If you really want to impress me, you might go outside of it to supplement your slides. You're not limited to 7, but it needs to at least address these 7 topics. You can have a concluding or interesting facts kind of thing, or death per year caused by, whatever you'd like. So specifically, I'm going to walk you through the specific instructions now, okay? So first, you'll click on this. When that website opens, the page that it goes to is your overview. This is basically your slide 2. So you can read about the amphibians or reptiles in general. So you read all that. Please do not put all that on your second slide. You're just going to highlight with maybe 3 to 5 bulleted statements on a slide. Get creative with it if you like. You can put a couple of these pictures or look up some of your own pictures. But this is your basic overview about amphibians and or reptiles in Missouri. Okay, so that's where you're going to get your biology, the diversity in Missouri, and extra special information. So what you'll see in those instructions next is that it says to click on the view in the field guide. And so we'll view in the field guide, and what you'll find here is a pretty extensive list of reptiles and amphibians in this case. If you pick the other, it'll be mammals. And just kind of go through, click on 1, 2, 3, or 4 and see which ones meet your interest, or just look at the pictures and see what you're interested in. You can see once you get to the bottom, there's 2 more pages. So I'm just going to pick, so if you look at Midland brown snake, probably common. If you look at the Mississippi green water snake, it's endangered. So you'll always find a few like that. I was listening to a course the other day, I think, by these guys, the green frogs, when I was out. So I'm going to click on green frog. Just curious. All right, let's see. So right here you have green frog, Lithobates clementins. Don't worry about pronouncing it. I probably said it wrong, but this is what your title would be, okay? So when you go to your slides, again, the title slide should have the name of your species that you chose, the common name, and the scientific name. If you had chosen this one, your title would be the green frog, Lithobates clementins. Okay, and then you read this brown box. This tells you just a little description about it. Again, you don't have to put all this information. Just pick out certain information to satisfy number 2 and 3. You know, unique organ size, color, unique attributes, the song, the call, and whatnot. A picture, of course, would be, and you can again go with this picture or a different one. All right, and that's it. The rest of the information is here. So habitat and conservation, foods, the distribution. The green frog is all over Missouri. You will find that that's not true for a lot of them. Sometimes it's only the eastern edge. Sometimes it's only the south. Sometimes it's just the center area. So all these are a little different. The status, which would be whether it's protected, whether there's a hunting limit, whether there's, or hunts at all. If it's game, like this one says, it is a game animal. Or if it's endangered. Life cycle, all right, and gestation and such will change how it reproduces and how often it reproduces, odds, all that information's there. And then the human connections and ecosystem connections. Right, that'll be kind of where you end, and its relevance to our life and the beauty that wildlife provides for living here. Okay, so that's all there is to it. All in one website. You get the overview of your vertebrate, you get your specific description, and so notice that this says overview of the biology and diversity for the chosen class of vertebrate, or whether that be, you know, amphibian, reptiles in general, mammals in general. And then number 3 is the specific organism, green frog. Okay, just the one. You're getting narrow here, and now you're talking only about your green frog. All right, or whichever one you pick. Okay, so that's the whole thing. Now, each of these would be a paragraph. The title of your paper would be what your title of the slide would be. If you want to write about this, put everything in your own words. If you want to do a slide presentation, it's not too difficult to do. You all should have access to technology how-to. So when you go to Google, when you're signed in up here in this checkered box, you click on that, you click on slides, and there you go. You can pick a background. Of course, you're gonna open a new one. But you can get creative with this. Pick a background, get your pictures, copy, paste, save, and here's your title, subtitle. That's all I did. Up here, you click, put green frog, and then your last name, or first and last name. Title it, come down here, and do the same. This is where you do your presentation, okay? So again, from Google, from your Google homepage, just go to that little bar. If you're using your phone, you can download the app. I believe there's a Google Slides app, and you click on Slides, and it opens up the app, and you can pick new and do it. It's all the instructions, okay? So have fun with this. This is meant to be fun. We got a whole slew of animals in the lab now, but we are unable to access them. We can't do the classification. But I think this is how I got to know and really got into wildlife, is doing a couple of these reports, one in high school and one in college, and I loved it. But that's just me. Hopefully you enjoy it, and good luck.